Hey everybody, Merry Christmas. This is Gary Gore here from eBay and YouTube, Gary Gore 1960. I'm here to do my second of a four-part reveal of 208 PSA graded cards. My first video was 58 cards. This one's going to be about 50. It's going to be a vintage baseball and predominantly vintage hockey. So I hope you like hockey, folks. Anyway, let's get going. First card, 1963 Fleer Baseball. Vic Power of the Minnesota Twins. Number 23. PSA 6. Here's a 1969 Topps. Louis Aparicio from the Chicago White Sox. Number 75. Hall of Famer Louis Aparicio, PSA 8. Here's some nice Parkies coming up. This is a 1961 Parkhurst George Armstrong, and there's got to be a tiny micro crease on this somewhere because I expected this to get a 9 because it's perfectly centered, got perfectly sharp corners. Clean back. There's a coin rub on the back that didn't get rubbed. So I looked at this with a fine-tooth comb, and I can't see any defect in it, but the guy didn't like it, so he gave it a 4. So that's George Armstrong, number 17, 1961 Parkhurst, PSA 4. All right, here's another 61 Parkhurst, a little bit better treatment. This is a 1961 Parkhurst, number 33, Leo Labine from the Detroit Red Wings. It's a PSA 8. Nice little Parky there. There's another 1961 Parkhurst. This is Ed Litzenberger, also from the Detroit Red Wings. Number 28, PSA 6. Ed Litzenberger, 61 Parkhurst, PSA 6. All right, here's a super nice card. 1961 Parkhurst, Bob Nevin from the Toronto Maple Leafs, number 10, PSA 9, mint. Yep, that's mint, baby. PSA 9. All right. 1979 O-Pee-Chee, Alan Hangsleben from the Hartford Whalers, number 307, PSA 6. I used to be a season ticket holder to the Whalers, so I have quite a big Whalers card collection. Thought I'd get this one graded just to see how the graders treated it, and as you can see, they didn't like it that much. PSA 6. Here comes a 1963 Parkhurst, number 56, Billy McNeil from the Detroit Red Wings, PSA 8. Here's a 1974 hockey Hall of Famer Bernie Parent, Hall of Fame goaltender Bernie Parent from the Philadelphia Flyers. Always a popular card, very popular back in the 70s. Bernie Parent, number 60, PSA 6. Here's a pretty sharp 1969 Topps hockey. This is number 79. 1969 Topps Hockey, Harry Howell, PSA 9, on the California Golden Seals. He was at the end of his career here. The Seals were only around for a couple of years, but he started out playing in the 50s. All right, here's a change of pace here. Crowd favorite, Bill Mazeroski, 1972 Topps. Number 760, PSA 7. This is a 1972 Topps high number. As you may or may not know, this is Topps' largest set, 787 cards, I think. And the high number series is extremely hard to find, and especially hard to find in higher grades. So, World Series hero from 1960, Bill Mazeroski, 1972 Topps, number 760, PSA 7. Here's another 72 high number, PSA 9, number 744. Jim Slayton from the Brewers, PSA 9. 72 Topps high number. All right, and here's a change of tune here. 1970 Topps Hockey. This is always popular. Jerry Cheevers, 1970 Topps Hockey card number 1. Subject to condition issues since it's the first card in the set. PSA 6, 1970 Topps Jerry Cheevers. This is a 1970 Topps number 10 Garnett Bailey, PSA 8. He's kind of hard to get in top condition, so this is a pretty good one. PSA 8, number 10 Garnett Bailey. This is Wayne Cashman's rookie card, I think. 1970 Topps Wayne Cashman, number 7, PSA 6. Enough said. Here's another popular Bruins player back in the day, Johnny McKenzie, number 70, 1970, number 6, PSA 8, near mint. Johnny McKenzie, Boston Bruins. There's another popular, ever popular Boston Bruin, Hall of Famer Johnny Busick, card number 2, PSA 4, Hall of Famer Johnny Busick, Boston Bruins, 1970 Topps Hockey. Here's Gump Worsley, Lorne Worsley. If you remember from my first video, I had a 1970 O-Pee-Chee. This is his 1970 Topps version. Card number 40, PSA 6, Gump Worsley. There's a common I needed for my personal collection for my set registry set, 1970 Topps. Number 127, Phil Goyette, PSA 8. Phil Goyette, Buffalo Sabres, 1970 Topps. Here's a nice looking 1969 Topps Hockey, Ron Schock from the Pittsburgh Penguins, number 120, PSA 8, 1969 Topps, Ron Schock. Here's another nice 1969 Topps Hockey, Floyd Smith, number 49, PSA 9 mint. Floyd Smith from the Toronto Maple Leafs, PSA 9, 1970 Topps Hockey. Here's another 1969 Topps Hockey, Brian Watson, number 112, PSA 8, from the Pittsburgh Penguins, Brian Watson, PSA 8. Here's a popular New York Ranger player from 1969, Vic Hadfield, number 38, PSA 7, Vic Hadfield from the New York Rangers. Here's another 60s and 70s hockey card, regular Pat Stapleton, defenseman for the Chicago Blackhawks, card number 69, PSA 7, Pat Stapleton. Here's 1969 Topps Leo Boivin, number 122, PSA 8. Says he's on the North Stars, but he's sporting one of those powder blue Pittsburgh Penguins uniforms, so he must have got traded. And that's the only picture they had of him. But anyway, Leo Boivin, number 122, PSA 8. All right, here's a hard one to get in any condition. I've been trying for years. I finally bit the bullet and got this one graded. 1969 Topps Red Berenson, number 20, PSA 7. It's hard to find, centered, and in excellent condition. So here you go, PSA 7, 1969 Topps Red Berenson, number 20. This is 1969 Topps Gary Saborin, number 19, from the St. Louis Blues. He's a winger. PSA 7, number 19, 1969 Topps Gary Saborin. PSA 7. There's another 1969 Topps Hockey, number 115, Dean Prentice from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Looks like he's probably wearing a Red Wings uniform there. But anyway, PSA 7, number 115, 1969 Topps Hockey, Dean Prentice. All right, here's a change of pace. 1960 Topps Chicago White Sox team card. Did not get the love it deserved. Card number 208, PSA 4. Yikes. And I thought this was going to be an 8 at least. It's an unchecked checklist on the back, not a mark on it. Sharp corners. There's got to be an unknown wrinkle on here somewhere. And I've noticed lately the new graders don't understand the different textures of card stocks even. It seems they do a crappy job nowadays. That's all I got to say about PSA. Here's a 1969 Topps Hockey Camille Henry. Used to play for a long time on the New York Rangers. Here he's playing for the St. Louis Blues. He's a winger, number 17, PSA 9 mint. That's an upgrade to my set. Alright, here's a hard one to find in any condition for my 1974 set. Very low population. It's always off-center. Sometimes there's a lot of print dots on it. Anyway, 1974 Topps Craig Cameron, number 263, PSA 6. And as you can see, there's a big splotch of a print dot under his first name, and it's off-center. Otherwise, it's a pack fresh card, straight out of vending. Yeah, I bought like 4 1974 vending boxes once, back when they were cheap. Anyway, here's another Red Berenson. Same situation, hard to get card centered. There always seems to be a little snow on it when you get it. Number 19, Red Berenson from the Detroit Red Wings, PSA 6, number 19, 74 Topps. There's another one I had to get for my set, no matter what the grade. This one's always off-center, top to bottom. Believe me, I've seen a lot of these. At number 84, Detroit Red Wings team leaders with Mickey Redmond, Marcel Dion, and Bill Hogaboom. PSA 6, 1984. And I always loved to say Bill Hogaboom back in the day. Don't ask me why, I just thought it was funny. Anyway, here's a 1974 Topps Hockey Pitt Martin, number 58. There's a little bit of a print line up in the top right corner. I think that's what knocked this card down. Otherwise, it's a perfect card. And another quick note about the 74s. The back centering is always way off. And if you ever get the back centered, then the front's way off. So, I don't know. The quality control on the 74s didn't seem to matter much in terms of the alignment of the front and back of the card. So, it made for difficulty in getting perfectly centered cards on the front and the back. But anyway, 1970 Topps Pitt Martin, number 58, PSA 7. All right, once upon a time, I started a 1967 Monkees set. Remember that rock band, the Monkees? And there's 3 sets, Set A, Set B, and Set C from 1968 Monkees. This is 1968 Monkees, Set C, also known as More of the Monkees. This is Peter Tork, card number 6C, PSA 6. And these are hard to find centered. This is a sharp, I pulled this out of a wax packs from a wax box, and they're all off-center like this. So it's hard to get. I have the number 2 set on the set registry. Anyway, I don't even know why I bothered to send this one in. Here's a 1967 Monkees Set C Mike Nesmith, card number 12C, PSA 4. All right, we're approaching the final quarter of this reveal. This is my 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA hockey card set. Card number 131, PSA 8. This is the USA Finals, where Houston Aeros, which was the team Gordie Howe was on at the time, beat the New England Whalers, my Whalers, 4-3 to move on to play for the championship of the WHA. 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA is the third of 4 WHA sets, 74, 75, 76, and 77. Anyway, they only existed for 4 years. Here's a 1974 Topps Hockey New York Islanders leader card, number 233, PSA 8, near mint. It features Billy Harris and Ralph Stewart, Dennis Potvin, and Ralph Stewart again. Here's another 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA, Reg Thomas, number 82, PSA 8, near mint, from the Indianapolis Racers. That was Wayne Gretzky's team when he came up. All right, here's a 1969 Topps Hockey Danny O'Shea. And he looks like an O'Shea, doesn't he? Number 131, PSA 7, Danny O'Shea from the Minnesota North Stars. Here's a 1969 Topps Britt Selby, card number 48, PSA 8, near mint. Britt Selby from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Number 48, PSA 8, near mint. Here's a 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA Ted Green, card number 112, PSA 9, mint, from the Winnipeg Jets. Ted Green played a lot of his career before the WHA. He played for the Bruins. And this is a nice example of a PSA 9 WHA 1976 card. All right. Here's the 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA penalty minute leaders card. Card number 4 in PSA 6 EX Mint. And the two bad boys pictured on here are Kurt Brackenberry and Gord Gallant, both of the Quebec Nordiques. All right, here's an exciting card here. 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA, card number 117, checklist 1 through 132, and PSA 8. Clean, unmarked, well-centered, hard to find. Rick Lay from the Hartford Whalers, or at this time they were the New England Whalers. But anyway, 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA, Rick Lay, from my hometown, Hartford/New England Whalers, card number 101, PSA 8, near mint. Rick Lay. Here's a 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA Brent Hughes, card number 34, PSA 9 mint, and Brent Hughes played for the San Diego Mariners. I don't know how long they were in the WHA, but anyway, Brent Hughes, PSA 9, number 34. This one I sent in another order, but this is the worst of the two. This is the Canadian Finals, 1976 O-Pee-Chee WHA, card number 130, PSA 5 mint. It's hard to tell the centering, but anyway, the Canadian O'Keefe Finals, Winnipeg beat somebody 4-1. Let's see who they beat. They beat Calgary. Probably Calgary Flames, I guess. Or would they have a team? Calgary Stampeders, maybe. Anyway, now here's some exciting Topps hockey here. You're going to like this. All right, 1970 Topps Phil Esposito, card number 11, PSA 6. Hall of Famer Phil Esposito. It's a little off center top to bottom. Probably should have got a little higher, but, you know, that's PSA for you. There's another one, hard to find. Wayne Carlton, 1970 Topps number 9. Wayne Carlton. This card is notoriously off-center all the time from left to right. This is number 9, PSA 7, Wayne Carlton. Has all the attributes of a mint card except for the centering. And last but not least, everybody's favorite. This is going into my set. And even though it's way off-center, it's still a sharp-looking card. 1970 Topps Bobby Orr. Woohoo! Bobby Orr, number 3. PSA 6, Boston Bruins, 1970 Topps Bobby Orr. And that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you liked it, folks. Keep a lookout for my next 2 videos. And I also have another video I'm going to do, 35 card reveal of nothing but Green Bay Packers cards from the late 50s and early 60s. Somehow picked up 35 cards for like PSA graded for like $10 a card, and they're all pretty nice. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you like this, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, make comments, tell me if I made any mistakes. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Bye now.